Yesterday we learned that we have a coordinate plane. This is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. It goes counterclockwise, the opposite of a clock. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. And we learned how to plot a point. So if I wanted to put a point right here, I would first look at my x line down here, hit the number that comes down, so that's 2. And then I would go over to my y line, because every ordered pair, the second number right here is the y number, and that's 1. So that ordered pair is 2, 1. Remember, this is always the x number, that's always the y number. What if I wanted to draw another point on this coordinate plane? Maybe I could draw one right here. Well, I would look down at my x line. My first number is 6. And then I would look across to my y line, because the second number is always the y. So that point is 6, 5. And what if I wanted to draw a line between those 2 points? If I were to draw a line between these 2 points, I would get a pretty steep line. Now let's think about this like a skier on a mountainside. If this was a mountainside and you were going to learn to ski on that mountain, it would be a pretty steep slope to try and ski on that mountain. And I did that before. I actually learned how to ski on a very steep mountainside, and I fell every 5 feet. So this is a hard slope. You wouldn't want to really learn to ski on that slope. What if I drew a point right here? I think you guys see what's going to happen here. This is 6, and then if I get my x point first, so there's my 6, and then if I look over here, I'm at 1. So my ordered pair for that point right there is 6, 1. And if I were to draw a line through those 2 points, my original one and that one that I got right there, and then if I were to try to ski on that, I could probably really get used to skiing on this, because I wouldn't fall down at all. It's just flat. Hardly any slope at all, or no slope at all that I can see of. So what if I told you guys we could actually figure out a number that would give us the slope of this line, and it would give us the slope of this line? And what if I told you it's pretty easy? All you do is take the y numbers in the 2 points that are in that line. So in that case, I would have this y number here and this y number here. And what if I told you I'd subtract them? So for my first point, I would do 5 take away 1, and I'd have that on the top. And then I would look at my x numbers, and I would subtract them. I have an x number here. Remember, the first number in any ordered pair is the x. This is the x. So I'm going to take 6, take away 2. And now what does that equal? 5 take away 1 is 4. And 6 take away 2 is 4. So my slope for that line is 1, because 4 over 4 equals 1. Now what if I were to find the slope of this line right here? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take my y numbers and subtract them. So here I have 1, and here I have a 1. So if I subtract them, I have 1 take away 1. And then I'm going to look at my x points. And here I have 6 in my x, and I have the 2 over here. 6 take away 2. So my slope is 1 take away 1 is 0. And my slope down here, 6 take away 2 is 4. My slope is 0, because any number with a 0 on the top is 0. I have 0 slope. 0 slope. So let's just review. How would I find what the slope of a line is? How would I find out what the slope of a line is? I want to look at my y numbers in my ordered pair and subtract them. So we call that the change. That word, that little triangle means change. Or subtract. I know, crazy, right? A triangle means change or subtract. I would subtract my y numbers in my ordered pair. So that's the change in the y numbers. So that would be 5 take away 1. Over a fraction, the change in the x numbers, or subtract the x numbers. And my x numbers here are 6. My x number here is 2. 6 take away 2. An easy way to do this is put this ordered pair on top, like this. Look, 6 and 5. Put this ordered pair on the bottom, 2 and 1, and think, oh, I can just subtract my y numbers, 5 take away 1, and there's that 5 take away 1, and then I can subtract my x numbers, 6 take away 2, 6 take away 2, and my slope is 4 over 4, because 5 take away 1 is 4, 6 take away 2 is 4. So now you're going to go to your try it screen, and you're going to try and find the slope of a few lines doing exactly the same thing. Just subtract your y numbers, put that answer on top, and then subtract your x numbers and put your answer on the bottom of a fraction, and that's your slope. One very important hint, if you start with this one, you have to start with this one for the x number. So I can't do 5 take away 1 and then do 2 take away 6. I have to do 5 take away 1, and then I have to start again with this ordered pair and do 6 take away 2. Have fun, and let me know if you have any questions.